All right, next question. It wants us to run a factorial ANOVA. This one's a two-way ANOVA because it's got two grouping IVs, two nominal IVs. First one is called benefits. Second one is called financial incentives. And the DV is auto sales. And there are no repeated measures, thank God, goodness. Okay, so they want to know if there's interaction. And then if there is, we're going to break it down into their simple effects. But it also wants to know if there's any main effects. So we're just going to run a two-way ANOVA now. So please hold. Okay, so we're going to go to analyze. I'm going to check the assumption of normality first. Description, descriptives, explore, and auto sales. Where are you? Probably down here somewhere. There they are. Boom. And just checking for normality. Good old normality. And there's our output here. Let's squish this so you can see the whole thing. So, no, it looks significant enough, right? So, according to the KS test, it is significant. That little asterisk means if the sample size was bigger, it would probably go normal on you. But the Shapiro-Wilks is normal, so I'm just going to assume that it's normal. All right, let's run our test. We go to Analyze, General Linear Model. Univariate means 1 dV, and our dV is auto sales. And just down here somewhere. There it is. And our dV is benefits package and financial incentives. We're going to look at the different options they have here in a second. But we're going to go to... Always start at options. We always want the descriptives, effect size, and power. And then the homogeneity test, that's the Levine's test. And since we're looking for interaction, we're going to put in a marginal means graph. And if that crosses, or looks like it's going to cross, that means we got interaction in there somewhere. And what else do I need? I'm not going to run the post hoc test here. But again, let's just run that bad boy and see what we got. Okay, here's the first one. Tells us how many are in each group. It also tells us the levels of each of the IVs. So benefits package has 1, 2, 3 levels. More medical coverage, free dental, more vacation. Wouldn't that be nice? And then financial incentives has 3 levels. More stock options, increased retirement, or higher commissions. So there's 3 levels in the first IV, 3 levels in the second IV. So we could call this a 3x3 ANOVA. But let's go down here and look at the statistics. Oh, yeah, I'm looking at the means already. I can see a lot of big differences in there. So don't be surprised when we get to the significance box. It's going to be teeming with significance. First thing is we look at the homogeneity variance assumption. And because these values are greater than 0.05, that means it did not violate the assumption. So, the DV, the auto sales, did not violate normality, and it did not violate the assumption of homogeneity of the variances. So we are good to go. And we go down here to our money box. This is the, what do we call it? Let me get that on the screen for you. This is called the source of variance box. SPSS calls it the test of between subjects box. Okay, but let's look at it. So we look at the F, and it is significant, right? The overall F is significant, which means that there's a significant difference in auto sales somewhere between the groups. So we remember, we actually have 9 groups, right? 3 levels of the first IV times 3 levels of the second IV gives us 9 individual groups, and that's what this test is going to be running on. But there is a difference in there. Don't look at the intercept. But the benefits, we're going to look at the benefits, and it is significant, which means that there's a significant difference in auto sales between the 3 levels of the benefits packages, which is good. So that means there's a main effect of benefits. Next variable is the financial incentives, and I'm going to call that borderline because it's right next to 0.05. Same thing. It means there's a significant difference in auto sales between the 3 different incentive levels. And here's the money. Again, this is the main one, the one with the star. Let's move that stupid thing. That asterisk, this means this is the interaction term. and it is significant. So that means we do have a significant interaction, which basically means that one of the level of the benefits and where it intersects with one level of the incentives, their auto sales are going to be much higher than everybody else or much lower. And we're going to look at that here in a second, but let's keep going. And profile plots, yeah, we got crossing all over the place. And we know there's interaction, right? We already looked at the table up here. And I put the important stuff on the answer sheet for you to make your life easier. So there's the descriptives, the means, and the standard deviations, and the sample size for each one. And again, we can see that the means are kind of all over the place. And we already know that it did not violate the assumption of homogeneity variance. And here is the output from the whole chimichanga. There was a significant Omnibus F, which means there's a difference in there somewhere. Now we look at the main effects. In other words, each individual nominal variable. The first one is benefits, and the sig value is 0.005, which means that there was a significant difference in auto sales between the three benefits packages, and for the financial incentive packages, I'm going to call that borderline significant difference because if you look at it, it's only 2/1000ths off. So we're going to give it a green flag. Again, if this sample size was bigger, I'm sure that would have been significant. And here's the main one is, yes, there's a significant interaction. So here's the write-up here. I'm not going to read it off to you, but it goes over the big things like the Omnibus F. It's right there. And then main effects of benefits right there. Borderline main effects for incentives right there. And a significant interaction is down here somewhere. There it is right there. Boom. And that Greek letter, that is the eta. So eta squared, that's your effect size. And their power, right? The power should be at least 0.8. But 0.77 is pretty darn close. And again, your sample size is kind of low here. But let's see what else we got. Because there is a significant interaction, we don't know which of the variables is causing the difference in auto sales. Is it the benefits package or is it the financial incentives? So we're going to do some simple effect investigating. And how I did it was I split the file. I'm going to show you that right now, but I split the file based on benefit packages, and then we just ran one-way ANOVAs, one for each one. Let me show you how that's done. We would go back here, and we would go to data, split file, compare to groups, based on, where are you? Benefits package. And then we're going to rerun the ANOVA. We're going to go to Analyze, General Linear Model, Univariate. And we're taking out benefits package because we split the file. Everything else should be okay. Shkabam, Sam. So now here's the first level of benefits package, right? More medical. And there's free dental, and there's more vacation. So we're going to get everything split into these three groups, right? There's the means. And I see a difference in the medical. I see a difference in the dental. I don't see a difference in more vacation, right? They're all pretty much the same. So, again, this is simple effects. So we know it's not violating assumption of homogeneity already. But now we're going to go down here. So for the increased medical, we go to the sig value, and it is 0.034. It is significant. So in other words, for those medical, the people that like the medical in coverage only, there was a significant difference in auto sales scores. And then going down to the next group, for the people that like the free dental, they too had a significant difference in auto sales. But for the more vacation group, nothing, right? Nothing. No significant difference in auto sales. So that's the first part. And I did paste it into the answer sheet, again, for ease of use. Same thing that's on the output. And then I wrote it up, right? There was a significant difference between the financial incentives. That's the second IV. That's the one we didn't split the files. Now, I could have split this file by financial incentives as well, right? So that would have been a different simple effect, but I'm trying to keep this movie under 10 minutes, so let's just go there. there was no significant difference in when more vocation time, right? So vacation, no significant difference. But free dental was, and I think I forgot one. Free dental, it was also increased medical was also significant. So I'm going to add that in there, but that's about it. So I hope this helps. MGZ out.